All right, what else did I have here? Let me see. What was the other topic I wanted to cover? How do you like this format? It's just me and you, everyone. All right. Last topic for the solo stream. Negativity in covering movies. What should I do? What should I do? Where does this come from? Right now, should I be quiet? And I try to. I try to. Should I be quiet about things if I'm honestly feeling a certain way and with my personal history with movies and being a consumer, should I stop talking about because it could be upsetting to people looking forward to it? Stop being negative? Yes. Cover the Miko instead? Oh god. When there's something to cover, I will sweet and tender Hogan. I need a different opinion. This is the whole point of this solo stream, Murdoch J, is my own opinion. Should you stop covering it if you have no confidence? I would be lying. Talk about disingenuous. If I stop covering how I feel about DC, I would be lying to you. And I'm not going to do that. I've never done that, and I'm not going to start. Can I go overboard with the negativity? Potentially, yes, and I don't want to. And I want to cover positive stuff as well. I did. What are you talking about, Tony? I did all that research. I've been following DC. I've been to every single DC movie opening weekend. Green Lantern, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Justice League, Birds of Prey. I would have seen Shazam. I've seen them all. I'm very qualified. For this one, I don't think I need to do research. Even though I did. I know. I know. Chubby Teddy says the problem is WB and other regimes have their sights at copying MCU. They are only going to be dollars for MCU if they keep going on the circle of sinning. The problem is that this is Hollywood in general. They don't have any confidence to activate on a slate unless they have someone like Kevin Feige. They get cold feet. And you know how I said put a ring on it? If you want the consumer to show up, you got to have confidence in your plan. They haven't conveyed that to their audience. Now, that is something that James Gunn, I'm hoping he could do. I'm hoping when he announces his slate, he's got a positive message in a way to sell you on his slate in that he knows what he's going to do. But so far, don't blame Black Adam fans for not showing up. It's because no one has confidence. And it is a joke. It is a joke. So, I can't stop talking about what's on my mind, even if it makes some people upset. But you know what it's going to do? If James Gunn hits it out of the park and it's the best DC content we've ever seen, and it's an amazing Superman trailer, I'll be the first to tell you. And if it gets this madman so excited that I go day one to the movie theater just because of an amazing trailer, I'm going to let you know. But right now, from what I've seen, and the action on social media. Now, people like just like people that like content that just owns the libs all the time, anti HJWs. People like to people are excited because James Gunn owns the scoopers and the social media personalities. But what has he done for general DC fans with this so far? So far, if I was going to give him a grade on since he took over, I would say there were no Black Adam fans. I would say a letter grade, a D. A D because he said things weren't leaking out. No one knows, but obviously people knew. And then fighting with fans. Not fans. I will correct that. Fighting with people on Twitter trying to convince them of his plan instead of showing it. Now, the last few days, he's gone quiet. And I hope that silence continues until he releases his slate. And then I will give him a new grade, in my opinion. But so far, D. D. People might think that those messages from Patty Jenkins, Henry Cavill, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson are a good thing. Not a month after you release the movie for Black Adam saying you're no longer continuing. And you don't even have to continue, but to have this coming out now is not a good look. And it's bad for marketing. Yeah, I want to give him the D. Does he want to taste it? I'm insane. Some of you who I love still, Tim, I still love you. We have difference of opinion on that. That's why you could come here. Some of you are so on board the bubble of you can't stand Snyder Cut fans or Snyder Cut talk and you're just sick of it. But as a whole, do you know here's the proof. Here's the proof for you. I'm not going to play the clip, but this reached outside of our bubble and made national news. Good Morning America. James Gunn seemingly responds to disrespectful outcry over DC movie decisions. So this is not good. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, especially after the last time Superman made up, besides the Snyder Cut, the last time Superman got relevancy was the mustache Cavill. Laugh my ass off. Max thinks Gunn's writing this ship is a bad look, so ridiculous. He hasn't righted it yet, Tony. I said that can change once he announces his slate. So far, all that we've heard from him is I'm creating a Bible. There's a new slate of movies. And other people don't know what they're talking about. Scoopers and movie pundits. No one knows but Peter and I. And then stuff leaks out that proves other people kind of knew where he was going. And he said half of it's right, half of it's not. You announced that you're going with the younger Superman on Twitter, which is good for people covering the news, not great for Warner Brothers or DC. That's not great to have everything announced on Twitter. And then you have confusion about if Superman and Cavill are going to continue or Black Adam. And then you have long letters of not resignation, but of separation from Warner Bros. And DC on everyone's social media to their own fandoms. That's Patty Jenkins fans. Yes, I know there are some. There's a corner of them. That's Henry Cavill fans, and that's The Rock fans. That look like sob stories. It's like a funeral up in those messages. And no new slate announced yet. So there is definitely enough to comment on and give him a letter grade as of now. I hope that changes. I'm not rooting against them. All right. Read the article. It wasn't that. Oh, here's the other thing. This is the other reason that I said, James Gunn, please stop saying this stuff, because this isn't just scooper sites. You have Deadline. Deadline covering shoots down claims Gal Gadot was booted from DC Universe after Wonder Woman 3 axing. Now, if he actually uses Gal Gadot in the future, this is going to be good. If he's not going to use her anyway, why debate this? A lot of these social media posts, even if he has auto delete on his Twitter, are not going to age well. They're not going to age well. What article? I watched the video on Good Morning America. I watched it. They talked about toxic people, and that's not cool, but it's still not a good look. It's still not a good look. Thank you, Kira. Mad Max. Fake news again. Blinded Braille says, Max in chat, I just wanted to say I will watch all the DC movies and support Gunn's reboot. I love DC comics, canon or non-canon. And I support you. I support you. If you are excited about Gunn, I think you should. I watched the video ahead of time, Tony. I don't think it's good press right now. I think it's status quo for what's been happening with Warner Brothers all these years. Uncertainty, chaos, and mistreatment of Superman. That's not a good way to have your lead hero in your superhero universe to find out on Twitter and then have a meeting and then do a resignation letter on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sorry. Without announcing a new Superman, you really believe it's good to promote that you didn't go with this version of Superman without announcing the replacement? You're really justifying that, Tony. That's good press. We're not going with you. Well, who are you going to replace you with? We don't know yet. I didn't even write the script yet. Well, I've been working on it, but it's not done. We just know it's not you. And then having him find out on Twitter and then have to meet with you and do a damage control letter on Instagram. That's good press. That's good press. Answer the question. That's good press. This is where I say that you should also get outside the bubble. Warner Brothers and general audiences don't care what you think. You're the minority. Henry Cavill fans are not a minority. Don't underestimate how many people were upset with these decisions. Not everyone is on Twitter hashtagging Fire Gunn. Some people may just say, actually, the majority of people that I'm going to speculate just might say, you know what? This is lame. And move on. There are people that just move on and don't care until you give them something to care about instead of hashtagging on Twitter. The way this is reached into the general news cycle, it's not a good look. If you and have another Superman ready, a slate ready, which he's preparing, but have it leak. Now, you might blame the leakers, okay? It leaked out before they were ready. Okay, but this is not a good look. And how he's handled it has not been that great. That's all I'm saying now. Yes, Max. It's good press to hear. To be clear, and we're not going Henry. Cavill didn't find out on Twitter. He said I'm going with the younger one, and then he uh let me see. Gunn is set to do Superman's Max is trying to cling to Henry. Pathetic. Huh, that's your opinion. That's fine. That's fine. All right.